Hi, I'm Mrs. Gochin, the Media Specialist at William N. Middle School. Yesterday, we found an article from the SIRS Discoverer database for our research, so now we need to identify the citation information for it. Turn to the green sheet in your research packet that looks like this, and also go to your database article that we found from the SIRS Discoverer database. Remember that the file will be in your My Drive folder in the folder ProQuest SIRS Discoverer. And the file will be the name of your god or goddess. Pause the video until everyone is ready to continue. This green sheet is your citation information sheet for this research project. Any source you use to complete your graphic organizer should be identified on this green sheet. That way, you are giving credit to the authors and the sources, and you won't be plagiarizing. So now, we will identify and fill in the citation information for the SIRS Discoverer database article and put that onto this green sheet. Pause the video anytime during this if students need additional time to fill in a field. The database article citation information should be filled in under the heading Online Database Articles, because that's the type of source that we used. You can see that we need to find lots of different information about the article itself, and then also what database we got it from. Let's look at the article for this information. At the top of the article, we see a lot of the information we need. You'll see the publication date, the title of the article, and the source of the article. So let's look and see what information we need. On our green sheet, the first field we need to fill in is author or authors of the article. If we look at our article, you'll see there is no author listed. An author would be a real person's name. If that is the case, that there is no author, we just write none on the author field to indicate that we looked and there was none. So now on your green sheet, type or write none on the author field. The next field is the title of the article. For our articles, the title is the name of our god or goddess. So write your god or goddess's name on the title field of the green sheet. Remember to capitalize your god or goddess's name. The next field says title of magazine, newspaper, or reference source. Recall that we said that the articles in the SIRS Discoverer database came from magazines, newspapers, or reference sources like encyclopedias. They were originally published in those sources. So for our articles, they were originally published in an encyclopedia called Compton's by Britannica. That's a little bit difficult to spell, so pay attention when you're writing this on your green sheet. So we're going to write Compton's by Britannica on our green sheet for the title of the reference source, magazine, or newspaper. Okay. Now, the next field says type of source, circle 1. This is asking us to circle what type of source Compton's by Britannica was. And if you remember, in our database article, it actually told us right at the top of the article, it said that it was from a reference source. So we know that the type of source is reference. So we can circle reference. So do that on your green sheet now. The next field is the publication date, which is the copyright or published date of the article in its original source, Compton's by Britannica. Looking at our article, we see that the publication date is August 1st, 2011. So on our green sheet for publication date, we are going to put August 1st, 2011. Some database articles have page numbers and some do not. Our articles do not, so we can leave this field blank. You may have noticed that some fields have an asterisk before them and some fields don't. Authors and page numbers are not required fields. Not every article has an author listed. Not every article has page numbers. So asterisk means a required field. We must fill it in. And without the asterisk means it's optional. It's not a required field. So we'll leave that one blank. The last field to fill in is the date you viewed it, meaning the date you looked at the article. It is important to write down when you looked at the database article because databases change over time, and when they add in new articles, sometimes they remove older articles. So for the date you viewed it field, we should put yesterday's date, since that is when we searched, found, and saved our articles. Yesterday was December 12th, 2016. So we can write December 12th, 2016. Okay, so we've identified all the information about the article. The last thing we must do is identify what database we found the article in. This chart at the bottom of the green sheet lists all the databases that we subscribe to here at William Annan. So look for the SIRS Discoverer database because that's where we got our article from, and it's right here on the right side near the bottom, and then check off the line in front of it to indicate that's where your article came from. This is all the information that identifies our database article. We have now cited our source by writing down the citation information that uniquely identifies this article. And now anyone could find it. So we are being good digital citizens and researchers by acknowledging our source. Now your teacher will give you additional directions you need to continue with your research today. Good luck!